When someone dies, it calls to attention the importance of the spiritual dimensions of life. Death is an undiscovered country from which no visitor returns. When faced with the decision of organ and tissue donation, a person's religion can become crucial, as it does when dealing with end-of-life issues. The majority of the world's religions support organ transplantation, and they share common principles. They all teach that the human body is fundamentally different from other material possessions in that it is a gift from God, and therefore there is a moral obligation to respect the human body in all we do. The process of organ donation must not impede life or hasten death of the donor. Donation is viewed as an act of charity and as a means of saving a life. And ultimately, the individual or their family is given the autonomy to decide their willingness to participate in organ donation. In Christianity, most schools of thought and churches support organ donation and view it as an act of charity. Pope Benedict XVI once said, "The act of love which is expressed with the gift of one's vital organs remains a genuine testimony to charity that is able to look beyond death so that life will always win." In Islam, there are various schools of thought regarding organ donation. Reluctance relates to the principle that the human body, whether living or dead, enjoys special honor and should not be violated. As a result, some religious scholars do not support organ donation. But for the majority of scholars, it is permissible to transplant an organ from a dead person, subject to the condition that the permission is given by the deceased before death or by the family after death. These scholars go on to state that in no way does this violate the dignity of the person from whose body the organs are removed. Fundamentally, Islam emphasizes the preservation of human life. The Holy Quran says, "Whoever saves the life of one person, it would be as if he saved the life of all mankind." Judaism in principle sanctions organ donation in order to save lives. It does, however, hold that organs may not be removed from a donor until death is definitely occurred. For some Jewish scholars, brain death criteria are acceptable, while for others, the heart must have stopped beating. After donation, it is important to recognize that the body needs to be handled with dignity in accordance to Jewish law. There must be no unnecessary interference with the body, and immediate burial must follow. According to Buddhism, it is a great merit to donate one's own flesh for the sake of another. The Lord Buddha is said to have donated his body to feed a tigress unable to feed her cubs. Life after death is a strong belief in Hinduism. The Sanskrit word for donation is dan, which translates to selfless giving. As such, this reflects positively on the concept of organ donation. Jehovah's Witnesses are often considered to be against organ donation and transplantation because they do not accept blood transfusions. However, blood is removed from organs during the procurement process, and as a result, receiving and donating organs are ultimately a personal decision for a Jehovah's Witness and are recognized as such by their church. There are few religions that do not support organ donation. For example, the Shinto consider the dead body to be impure and dangerous. This is similar to African beliefs where there is a focus on burying the body without desecration so that it may return to ancestors whole. When considering the impact of religion on organ donation, it is essential never to make an assumption about another person's beliefs. Ultimately, donation is a personal decision, but religion offers guidance to their followers, and we must recognize the impact this may have on their beliefs and decisions regarding organ donation.